Thanks a lot for staying with us. Let's head over to the paper corner now to see what top stories are there. And we begin with the Nation newspapers. There are a splash of stories on the front page as usual. The biggest, most prominent story has to do with the forex crisis on our hands in the country. Now, CBN, still in the fallout of its engagement with senators on Friday in Abuja, is saying banks are now free to fix forex rates. World Remit, Western Union, others now to pay in Naira. Cardoso, that's the chief of the central bank, says Nigeria attracted more than $1 billion inflows in 2 weeks and says reforms are yielding positive results and that no more loans to federal government until outstanding is paid. Now, regarding the AFCON tragedy, where a number of Nigerians sadly lost their lives while watching the semi-final match between Nigeria and South Africa, a late deputy bossa wasn't a football fanatic, says colleague, says his death was an act of God. In the meantime, Anambra community in shock, pains over death of billionaire son, and a fifth man is said to have died watching AFCON semi-finals. May all their souls rest in peace. Now, Tinubu signs Electricity Act Amendment Bill into law and hosts communities to get 5% of GENCO's annual operating expenditures. NERC, that's the Electricity Regulatory Commission, to deduct 10.5 billion naira from discos for over billion estimated customers. Now, Minister says government may shut borders to address food shortage, says Minister. EFCC declares Emefiele's wife, 3 others wanted. That's also on the front page. And Ministry NDDC to produce regional plan for Niger Delta. That's another position by the government.
Right now, we move on to Saturday Times, and we have stories there on the front page. Security guard 50 remanded for defiling girl 13 after Suya gifts, and furore over leaked 1 billion naira memo for minimum wage committee. And we also have more stories on the front page. We have that's the Super Eagles, the picture of the Super Eagles. They're praying there. You can get to read on the front page of Saturday Times. Now, CBN has no magic wand for stabilization of Naira. Cardoso there speaking. And also Tinubu signs Electricity Act into law. Ekiti receives deployment of military personnel to strengthen security. And also Jane Rogers there talking, Christian actors are highly marginalized in Kannywood. Right, Central Motor Registry to curb challenges of stolen vehicles. And also Soludo or Anese under heat as Anambra is duped, capital of child abuse. Right, health alert. Market women turn to chemicals to keep vegetables, fruits fresh. This is worrisome at this time. And this is coming from Charlie Boy. Why I sometimes sleep inside coffin. That's right. Charlie Boy there.
That's vintage Charlie Boy. If I should.
Vintage indeed. Over to you, Ken.
All right, and we have a Saturday Vanguard next. The AFCON final is the biggest story here. Rufai Yobo, ex-Nigeria internationals, now veterans, of course, former goalkeeper Peter Rufai and, of course, Joseph Yobo send words to the Super Eagles on what to expect and how to overcome Ivory Coast. That should make an interesting read. And there's a rider there, Nancy Iheme, Nollywood actress, offering herself to the goalkeeper, Nwabali, as a form of, I don't know, maybe you need to check out to understand what the paper, what she's really offering to Nwabali ahead of the big match on Sunday. Crude oil theft, how oil barons use vessel captains, crew members as guinea pigs, sponsors call shoes from sponsors call shots from Lagos, Abuja. Reduce your appetite for dollar foreign goods. CBN governor tells Nigerians and says CBN has no magic wand for the falling naira as well as the economy. Our husbands no longer make love to us at night. Rivers women lament over power shortage. In Enugu State, cattle market where criminals thrive in broad daylight is security concern that Governor Peter Mba must tackle. And talking about the dollarization, well, this phenomenon is said to have hit the real estate sector as housing for the poor suffers setback, and why they are benchmarking house sales, rentals in dollars. Only developers who collect payment in dollars can start some new projects in Nigeria. More than 50% of real estate sector clients are now from the diaspora.
All right, now we'll move on to the blueprint at this time. And the big story here is about the AFCON final. Patriotism at all-time high as Nigerians unite behind Super Eagles of Nigeria. So we hope to win this and bring back the cup tomorrow.
Amen.
Okay. That's coming from Kemi Folade.
From our lips to God's ears.
All right, more stories on the front page of the blueprint. This morning, Nigerian spirits of high significance. Tinubu leads high-powered delegation to AFCON final there. Healers seek revenge, and cardiologist warns Nigerians against over-excitement. At this time, you need, in fact, when you want to watch Super Eagles, you need to do your checkup.
Before watching. Absolutely.
That's an advice there. All right, why I won't be part of Real Housewife this season? Iyabo Joe, they're talking. Valentine's Day, Nigeria, was time for love or lust. We would not, no more grant ways and means to FG unless what? Get to check that message coming from the CBN. Right, Tinubu signs Electricity Act Amendment Bill into law. Big story there on the front page of the blueprint. Over to you.
Quickly now to Platform Times, last paper, this segment. Tinubu approves 500 million naira for new national minimum wage committee. Court dismisses suit seeking protection for suspended Adamawa resident Electoral Commissioner Yunusa Are. But the big story there is on reasons proffered by the presidency on why social media must be regulated. In the meantime, netizens also, according to Platform Times, slam Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff to the president, for advocating social media regulation. Pensioners threaten mass protest over demands for 100,000 naira monthly pension. Sultan urges ICPC to investigate alleged hoarding of essential commodities. NAFDAC penalizes pizza outlets for using expired ingredients in Abuja. So there you have it now, all the stories there, and there is still much more. So just head over now, take out the one that catches your fancy and get informed right now. All right, so earlier in the week, the situation in Rivers State, came to the fore, talking about the women protesting there. It seemed funny. Perhaps whoever spoke, or the women who spoke about their men, not having time for them, for the other room duties, that is.
Kemi, why are you coming with this discussion of other room?
No. I'm just saying, because this is not the first time that this week alone. Funnily enough, it has, the news has also developed wings of its own, because it's a very interesting thing. Amidst all the, the hard news, the bad news,
so
the hardship,
one.
and then someone is now coming with, it's serious, power supply is irregular, but then one of the reasons why we need power supply is so that our husbands can fulfill their duties to us.
Definitely, and sometimes when you wake up in the midnight and there's no light, the heat is not okay. Maybe because of the Harmattan that we have at the moment,
right?
But it seems the Harmattan is going in Lagos. It's very much unstable, especially in Lagos.
Right.
compared to what you have in other states, maybe like the Plateau and
but you
some
know
other
Lagos,
states. But
Lagos has a way.
Maybe because of the population that we have.
Lagos has a way.
Even
the few days we had Habatan, I was really surprised how it defied.
But Kemi, you know, the grid collapsing more than 4 times.
And this year...
It's a worrisome development.
And this year is still a long way from ending. An analyst earlier in the week was saying we should better brace up for more grid collapses, except if, you know, the government does the needful and, you know, ensures that whatever is wrong with the system, we can talk on and on about the power situation, the privatization that was supposed to be a solution to our woes in the power sector. It has been so unstable in itself.
But with the signing of the Amendment Acts for the electricity bill by the President, we hope that this will yield a bit promising results.
It looks promising.
At this time. But one story that interests me.
The finals?
Yeah, it's the finals.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow.
Absolutely.
One spirit,
that.
united Nigeria. Nigerians are coming together under one umbrella, whether you're Hausa, Yibo, Yoruba, Efik, Ibibio, you're coming under one umbrella to say, help Super Eagles of Nigeria. But there's a caveat attached to it. The cardiologists are saying, you need to check yourself before you watch.
Right.
It's quite pathetic that we lost quite...
I can relate because...
a lot of Nigerians at the last match.
Yes, and it is also, you know, quite heartwarming that the Super Eagles also, you know, are aware of that. Not only are they aware of the fact that a number of Nigerians died, but they also took it upon themselves to
observe
pray,
silence.
A 1 minute silence in honor of the departed souls, and to, you know, pray for the repose, that they rest in peace, and of course, you know, pray that moving forward, we don't have any more tragedies, you know, whilst united, you know, this unprecedented unity. On Wednesday night, I didn't get to watch the semi-final match, that particular match at the beginning. I went out and got in just a few minutes before 8 o'clock or thereabout, and, you know, I could feel the adrenaline pumping unusually,
the tension,
especially when we entered into that, you know, penalty shootout. It was such a tense moment. I don't think I've ever felt that way before. I've seen a number of matches that Nigeria has played, but I have never felt that tense before.
Kemi, let me be candid with you.
But my prayer was, God, give us this victory, because this is what we need badly at this time.
At this time that a lot of things are happening in the country with the insecurity, the dollarization of the economy. A lot of Nigerians just want that win, that it will just be like something that will cushion the effect of the challenges that we're having. But one thing I need to let you know, when I saw the pressure coming at that time, especially with the penalties, I had to switch off the TV.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It was when I heard the noise from my neighbors. Because the tension was high.
I didn't even think, because yesterday I was not going through some messages I didn't read on Wednesday, and then I realized even ladies, men were saying, okay, I'm going to sleep at this time. When you guys are done, just send me the message that Nigeria has won or the result.
The tension is becoming high. I can't watch anymore. And she went to sleep. So I took that,
my goodness.
I took that courage to watch through the penalties. But the time when the Super Eagles are misbehaving with that, with that one, I said, no. I just need to switch off the TV. And after the noise and after the penalties, Kemi, come and see the jubilation. I started screaming, and my children were like, Daddy, what's happening? We won.
But you get a sense that, okay, yes, thankfully the health experts are already warning. You get a sense that the tension of the match against South Africa may not be as high as the tension against Cote d'Ivoire tomorrow.
No, we are playing against the host nation.
And it's their turf. It's home turf. But do you get a sense that that battle was just unique in its own way? The rivalry and all of that.
Last week we read on the pages of the newspapers about warning coming from South Africans to Nigerians. Even the federal government responding that we should stop the cyberbullying ahead of the match. But at least we've seen the outcome. Nigeria won. The next match is the finals, which is happening tomorrow.
Right.
It's going to be with the host nation. So it's not funny at all.
And the president is already there.
Our president is also leading a high, powerful delegation to the finals tomorrow. So
talk about go Super
there.
Eagles.
The last match between Nigeria and South Africa, we saw the vice president.
Shivaji himself. Absolutely. Maybe that should have also given us a hint that the president will come in today.
You must go out there and bring the cup back home.
Let's hope that they play their hearts out and they do Nigeria proud, and we will be here, waiting to welcome them and